face the movies.
Alright, what's up, guys? What is going on? We are live. Welcome to the Asian session tonight. We are going to take a look at USD JPY. To be quite honest with you, I'm already in this trade. I posted it in my Telegram group and in all my groups here. This is an extremely good trade. I actually broke it down and showed everyone kind of why we got into it, but we can go over it here. And essentially, what we have here is a downtrend. USD JPY is in a downtrend. We have our channel here that's kind of showing that we're in a downtrend. What's up, Adele? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. What I'm going to do is actually delete these lines. And I'm actually just going to go over how we decided to get in this trade. I'm going to delete everything other than the actual trade, just because I have that locked. So here, what we have here is a downtrend with USD JPY. The first thing we're going to look at is putting in our support and resistance zones. So we've got our support here. We've got our resistance up here. Right, now we can identify a trend. So let's identify a trend here. This is how I'm going to identify this. This is our trend that we're looking at here. We can look at this on the 1 hour. We can look at this on the 4 hour. We can look at this on the 15-minute. But essentially, we're in a downtrend. That's what's most important to identify. Whitewood Galaxy, we're trading, brother. Now that we've identified it's in a downtrend and we had a bearish engulfing candle right here, as you can see right here, bearish engulfing candle 2 candles ago on the 4 hour, we're going to see a downturn. We had a very small bullish candle with not much movement. The open and close were very close, large wicks, but the body of the candle was very small. And then we have this huge bearish candle moving downward. Our TP1's right here, TP2's right here, TP3's right here. But we're going to sell on USD JPY, and it's not too late to get in it. You can totally get in this down now, because we're going to see it move toward the downside here, ideally toward the bottom of this channel. That's what I'm looking at here. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're in this. We got in at 156342, I believe. We put that in on the Telegram channel as well. So we're in this trade right now. There's a breakdown of why we got in it, and we're expecting this to move toward the downside. The target for this would be roughly, if we go to TP3, would be roughly 53 pips. If it went all the way to the bottom of the zone, you're looking at 78 pips. What's up, Max? Will I be taking a long break after the trend line? After it breaks the trend line? What do you mean, Adele? You mean if it breaks down this way? Once it breaks this? What do you mean, man? Yeah, so the pattern, yeah, we're really just looking towards the TP3. That's what we're looking at. We're not really looking for anything else. Ideally, we close. We'll do exactly what we did yesterday. Is if it hits TP1 or TP2 right in this area, we close 75% partials and then leave 25% runners to go down. That's what we'll do. I see this. We have 3 minutes left in the hour candle, which is good. I know, I fixed it. I just fixed it. Thank you, though. I just fixed it, I think. We got nice movement here. We are 9.6 pips in profit, a little over 6% in profit right now. A little over 10 pips now. So something that I like to do, if you manage your risk properly, you can take a second entry, but it's only if you're not over leveraged in your account. If you use proper risk management, you're obviously not going to be over leveraged. But if we get pullback to this area, if we get pullback, typically we'll see a wick on the next candle about halfway up the previous bearish wick. I would take another entry right around here and take another entry toward the downside. Now, that's just how I like to trade. I'll get in multiple positions on the same exact trade rather than using one large lot or a larger amount of the account, just to be able to make sure that I can maximize my profits without too much risk. Nice. Yeah, you read the ebook? Yeah, it's important. It's really important to know how the camera froze again. I'll switch to the other one. It's really important to know how the commodities and foreign exchange pairs work together. Super important. I can't even stress how important it is. Good, I'm glad. I appreciate you reading it too. Yeah, it's good stuff. Nice. We're getting some good downward movement here too. This is great. A little over 13 pips in profit. 7.5%. All right, so you're curious. Let's see. They export a lot of oil. Well, Canada does export some oil, but yeah, okay. In case today morning we got news that oil prices go up, does that mean the Canadian dollar? So they are correlated, but I would say that I really stay away from oil, to be honest with you. Like, oil is such a finicky thing to trade. A commodity like oil is not only indicative on the price of the dollar. There's laws that are passed, and we just smashed TP1, by the way. There's laws that are passed that have, you know, a lot of issues. I just no, there's too many outside factors when it comes to trading oil. Other than that, I don't personally like to trade oil. I stick to kind of just what I know, and trading oil is definitely not one of my main things that I like to trade. I don't even really trade gold. I know a lot of people trade gold. I don't like to trade gold. It uses too much of your account, especially if you want to like trade quickly, get in and out. Like, it uses way too much of your account. Even if you use the proper risk management strategies, it just uses too much of your account. Yeah, I'm not a fan of trading gold. I know a lot of people love trading it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of trading. I know a lot of people love trading it. Like, most guys on YouTube are trading it. All right, we're in some great profits right here. We are. Let's take a look here. Let's get our handy dandy measuring tool out. We are 23 pips in profit. I'm probably gonna close 25%, close partials. Yeah, you can scalp gold. Like, Don Vo does it. Like, there's a lot of guys that scalp gold. I just don't like to scalp gold personally. I'm not a fan. 21.3 pips in profit right now. First time I went live on Instagram today. Hooked it up to Instagram. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. I don't know how I got banned on TikTok. I lost my TikTok privileges. I don't know what I did wrong, but it is what it is. Loving this trade though. Well, let's see. Adele, what'd you say? Could I explain what a pip is? Yeah. So, like, it's a percentage in point. So it represents the fourth decimal place in most currency pairs. So example, like on Euro USD, or we can use this USD JPY. Like, it's a move that is the fourth decimal place over of a currency. But like 1 pip, let's say like you're in profit 10 pips on $100 account, and you're using it. Obviously depends on the leverage, but like each pip is $1. So like if you were 10 pips in profit, you'd be $10 in profit. But it depends on your leverage too, because I'm using 1 to 1,000 leverage with the broker that I have, Liquid Trader. So a pip, the definition of a pip is going to be different. The value of a pip, I should say, is going to be different depending on what leverage you're trading at, if that makes sense. Does that help? They help you calculate profit and loss, though, and it's used to measure the spread. Yeah, you can start trading with $100. Yeah, I've had $100 accounts before. I mean, yeah, I mean, I recommend 500 because on a $100 account, you're going to be trading like 0.01 lots. So like you're going to be using like a nano lot, which is like roughly 1 cent per pip. So it's not going to be a lot of money, if that makes sense. It's going to be a very small amount of money, but that's how you start. You can start with $100, and your goal would be to make 1% every day, 2% every day, and you never want to risk more than 3 to 5% of your account. It's a slow and steady climb. That's why, when you have a larger amount of money to make, but it's good to learn. You can always start on a demo account, but which doesn't cost you anything. You can just open a demo account. Some people like to do that. I personally think you're not going to learn unless you trade. It's really hard to say. Like, it depends on what your win strategy is, and like that's really what it depends on, what your win strategy is and what your method is for trading. Like, I don't subscribe to the RR method, like risking 1 to gain 3. Like, I don't subscribe to that. I just trade based off the amount I'm willing to risk in my account. So it's really hard to say, but to go from 100 to 1,000 a month, 2 months, if you're doing it properly and you have, let's say, a 60% win rate, which is great. Like, most traders that claim to have higher than a 60 to 70% win rate are full of it. I'm gonna go back to my other camera. I hate this camera. It just freezes and overheats, I think.